Hi, I'm Kim Anderson. I'm an Indigenous feminist scholar at the University of Guelph, visiting University of Winnipeg, and I support divestment here because I believe in environmental justice.
Hi, I'm St. Phoenix Boyle with Divest UW. Really graciously honored to have Andy Yoshiba here at the University of Winnipeg to talk about divestment fossil fuels.
Well, we've had a very short 2 centuries in the life of this planet and the life of humanity of a dependence on fossil fuels and a fossilized way of thinking about agriculture, energy, life. And it is time to divest intellectually from it, to divest in energy terms, to divest in financial terms. Every institution and every individual should start sowing the seeds of a fossil fuel-free future, a fossil fuel-free agriculture, a fossil fuel-free mode of thought.
Hey everyone, I'm Mitch with Divest UWinnipeg. I'm here with future leader of the federal NDP and eventual Prime Minister, Nikki Ashton, and she has a message for the University of Winnipeg.
I do, and Mitch, thank you so much for giving me the chance. I'm a huge fan of student activists, environmental activists at UW, and I'm a huge fan of the divestment campaign of UW. I've seen the recent actions, and the reality is that it's time for UW and other universities across the country to recognize that we want to move forward and certainly recognize the threat of climate change, recognize the need to respect Indigenous rights, and recognize the need to invest in a green transition, and that can begin in so many ways. And one of those ways is by universities seeking other kinds of investment, moving away from fossil fuel investments, and recognizing there's other ways of moving to a green and sustainable economy that benefits all generations, but especially that young generation that's at the U of W, that's at universities and colleges across this country. So to everybody that's part of Divestment UW and other movements across this country, we're with you. You are an inspiration. Mitchell, you're an inspiration, and everybody involved. And I look forward to being in touch about how we can build a movement together for social, environmental, and economic justice.
This is Winona LeDuc, and I'd really like to ask the University of Winnipeg to divest in fossil fuels, divest in DAPL, and divest in pipelines. The reason is that in the next 20 years, they're all going to be stranded assets. All of this stuff is not going to work out as Canadian production is going to diminish by 2025. So you're not going to have enough oil to put in your pipeline, so why don't you just divest now and move with the rest of the world towards renewables? We don't want to be like the last country in the world, Canada, to have renewable energy. You want to be a leader. You don't want to be the last one in line. So join the rest of us, divest from fossil fuels, and invest in renewables. That's where your future is. Miigwech, this is Winona LeDuc.
Again, it seems to be, not being able to stand on principle and thinking that there are other ways in which we can create sustainability, that it's all about being afraid. It's like on an individual level, we can be very afraid, thinking that we're going to lose a better way of life if we stand on principle. My experience has been, no, if we stand on principle, there are other ways and means that does come to help in some form or another. I know it's very philosophical, I know it's very spiritual, but that's the answer, and from the place that I respond to that. So if the university is moving in the direction of taking a very courageous step, I would say trust that step if one is working from principle.